So aggregation is really interesting because it's quite unusual. It's one of the things that actually gets better as your network gets denser. Normally when your network gets denser, everything gets worse. So there's more interference, there are more sites to deploy and maintain. However, if you've got a denser network, then you have the opportunity with a point-to-multipoint system to aggregate more different sources together. And it's pretty well known in the wired networking world, and we presented some data from the mobile network that shows the same, that if you're aggregating more sources together, you get a more significant statistical multiplexing gain. So more sources, more gain, and your denser network actually gets more efficient in terms of using the backhaul spectrum if you use point-to-multipoint. Of course, if you don't use point-to-multipoint, you stick with point-to-point, then you get no gain. And in fact, life gets worse because the RAN is denser, you've typically got fewer UEs per cell. And that means that the backhaul profile from a node B looks more similar to the backhaul profile, the data profile from a UE. And that will have a higher peak-to-mean ratio. And since the utilisation of the backhaul is basically the inverse of the peak-to-mean ratio, it means that the utilisation will drop from the current sort of 25%, which is already quite poor, down to low single figures percent. So that's completely unacceptable. You do not want to pay for 150 megabits per second worth of backhaul and use 2% of it. That's just unsustainable from an OPEX and CAPEX point of view. So that really kind of pushes point-to-multipoint right into the centre stage.
Good. Thanks very much, John.
You're welcome.